Do you think you'll get your pictures in the paper, Pop?
I imagine so, Jackie. It's quite an honor, you know. Making yourself a dress, Joyce?
Oh, no, Dad. This belongs to Nancy Johnson. I'm fixing it for her.
You're a very considerate young lady.
It's just part of your good neighbor policy, Dad.
Well, if it doesn't work at home, it won't work anyplace. I'm looking forward to our first exchange of students and teachers with South America, believe me.
You know, Pop, I'm proud of you. You sure put over a big deal.
Oh, Stu.
Oh, hello, Harry.
Back door was open.
It's always open to you, Johnsons. You know that.
Well, girls, your father has become a VIP.
He always has been, Mr. Johnson. And he's very important, too. It's just that more people appreciate him, that's all.
I couldn't have put it over without your help, Harry.
Oh, no, I don't deserve any credit, my friend.
If you hadn't spoken to Senator Crane and he hadn't taken it to the State Department...
Oh, I only acted in the capacity of a carrier pigeon.
You're the most efficient carrier pigeon I know. Oh, excuse me.
Oh, I'll get it, Mr. Evans.
Oh, thank you, Willie. You know, Harry, I firmly believe that understanding has done more to create friendship between people than all the politics in the world.
Why, there's no question about it. Look at us.
Mm-hmm.
It's for you, Mr. Evans.
Oh, thank you, Willie.
Oh, Jose Ronaldo. Say, isn't that the principal of the Buenos Aires High School who accepted your good neighbor policy?
Yes, I wonder why he's coming here. Oh, I should have received this wire yesterday. His plane lands in half an hour. Want to come to the airport with me?
Sure.
Tell your mother I'll be back as soon as I can.
Oh, you'll probably be home first. She went shopping with Mrs. Johnson.
Oh.
It is a pretty dress. You know, I've always wanted a blue taffeta. What do you think of it, June? Oh, I don't know why you're asking me. You're the one who'll have to wear it. Meaning you wouldn't be seen in it? Oh, I didn't say that. It's nice. Very nice. Do you think you'll take it? Well, I don't know. No, I don't think I want it. Oh, just a minute. Yes, I think I will. I'm having a little difficulty making up my mind. So I see. It's just that I want to be sure. Oh, I want you to be sure, Adele. I hope you don't mind my having taken so much of your time. Oh, not at all. I wouldn't want you to buy something you didn't like. Oh, neither would I. But Adele, please make up your mind. We have a lot more shopping to do. Well. No, I don't think I want it.
Mr. Ronaldo?
Si, senor. You are Senor Edwin?
Yes, I'm very happy to meet you, senor.
I have looked forward to meeting you.
It was quite a surprise, an agreeable one, I assure you, when I heard you were coming here. I hope your attitude hasn't changed toward our good neighbor policy.
No, I just thought I would like to know you personally.
Oh, fine. Oh, I want you to meet my good friend and neighbor, Harry Johnson. This is Senor Jose Ronaldo.
It's a pleasure, senor.
The pleasure is mine, Senor Johnson.
Any friend of the Irvins is a friend of mine. Best neighbor I ever had. I don't know what I'd have done without him. And my wife, Adele, says the same thing about Mrs. Irvin.
It is evident you practice a good neighbor policy at home.
That's where it starts, senor.
There is no doubt about it.
Oh, I called a meeting of the school board, and they're waiting to meet you.
Wonderful.
Then tonight you're going to have dinner at my house.
I'll be very happy to.
And Adele and I will join you. The Johnsons and the Irwins are the original good neighbors.
Very good.
There, that's all. You have other baggage?
Yes, I have some. It's down in the package
Well,
room.
give me the checks and I'll get it for you.
I'll get them. No.
Oh, let's go together, all of us.
Did you have a good trip?
Marvelous.
Hello, dear.
Hello, June. Oh, how much did that cost?
Never mind. I understand Jose Ronaldo's in town.
Yes, came all the way from South America just to meet me. I invited him to dinner. A phone, but no one was here.
I know Willie told me. We'll have a very nice dinner.
Good. Oh, and Harry and Adele are going to join us.
Oh, they are?
Oh, I had to invite them. After all, Harry's the one that pitched in and really helped my cause along.
I don't mind. You know how fond I am of the Johnsons. I'd better give Willie a hand.
Oh, you're wonderful, darling. You're wonderful.
I'm glad you appreciate me. How's everything coming, Willie?
Oh, fine, Mrs. Irvin. I did everything just like you told me. I'm just about finished polishing the silver. I cleaned the furniture like you told me. I put the flowers on the table. I washed Jackie's fingerprints off the front door. Uh-oh. I think I forgot something.
What's that?
To cook the dinner.
You mean you haven't started it yet?
No, ma'am, Miss Irvin. I've been so busy around here that it just slipped my mind. I'm so sorry.
Oh, dear. Stu!
Oh, please, Miss Irvin, give me another chance. I won't forget no more.
Oh, don't worry about it, Willie. It could happen to anyone. Stu!
I'm coming, June.
Oh, my goodness, how could I forget to cook a dinner? Oh, boy, am I slipping.
What do you want?
We're going out to dinner.
Out to dinner?
There's been a slight misunderstanding. Dinner hasn't been started yet.
Well, then let's get it started. You know I invited Rinaldo here to dinner so he could see how his North American neighbors live.
But, Stu, the roast will take at least 2 hours.
We'll cook it fast.
I hope Mr. Senor likes his meat rare.
But there are so many things to do.
Oh, now, June, suppose dinner is a little late. We'll entertain him somehow until it's ready, that's all.
But the potatoes have to be fixed, the peas have to be shelled, the onions have to be peeled. Oh, there are a million things.
Now, don't get panicky. There's nothing to it. All we need is a little teamwork around here. You take the peas, June. I'll take the carrots and the onions. Willie, you take the roast beef and the potatoes.
Yes.
All right, have it your way, but don't say I didn't warn you.
Oh, now, June, if everybody does their bit and we add these bits together, what do we have? Dinner. That's all. Dinner. Come on, get your apron on. There, take my coat, Willie.
I'll finish it, Willie. You better get ready and fix the carrots.
Yes. Yeah.
I want Mr. Rinaldo to spend a pleasant evening with the Irwins in their own home.
Well, you don't have to cry about it, dear.
I'm not crying. It's the onions. Oh, boy. Willie, that's my knife.
Oh, excuse me.
Yes, thank you. Oh, I can't see.
I'll finish the onions, dear.
Oh,
Come on.
boy, where's the towel?
Right over there.
Yes. Yeah.
Willie,
Yes.
my knife.
Oh.
Hi, folks. I want to remind you I'm going over to Mary Larkin's for dinner tonight.
Joyce, wait a minute.
Why, Dad, what's the matter?
Joyce, I wish you wouldn't go over to Mary Larkin's house for dinner tonight. I want you to stay home here with us. You're always going out someplace.
All right, Dad. I'll stay home if it means that much to you. Oh, don't cry. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings.
Oh, thank you, Joyce. And Joyce, I wish you'd look your prettiest for Mr. Rinaldo, because when he goes back to South America, I want him to tell everybody what a beautiful daughter I have.
I'll do my best, Dad.
I guess I should always have an onion handy. Well, come on, let's get going.
Dear, I think Willie and I can handle this better if you'll just leave us alone.
If you don't need me. Oh, where's Jackie? There she is.
You paid for this. You did it on purpose. You can't blame me. It was your fault. I'll never speak to you again, not as long as I live. That goes double for me. I should know better than to play with girls.
Now, here, what's all the arguing about?
Georgie broke Mrs. Graham's window, and he's trying to blame it on me. It was her fault, Mr. Irwin.
Now, you've been friends for too long to let a little thing like this come in between you.
One more word out of him, and my fist is going to come.
Now, Jackie.
Let it go, Mr. Irwin. I can take care of myself.
Now, here, I'll have no more of this nonsense. Jackie, you should know better than this. You've often heard me speak of my good neighbor policy.
That's with South America.
Well, it'll work here and right now, too. Now, you tell Georgie that you're sorry and then go in the house and dress for dinner.
I've nothing to be sorry about. He's the one that broke the window. You can settle this, Mr. Irwin.
Yes?
Now, look, Jackie and I were playing baseball. The ball went through Mrs. Graham's window. Now, who would be to blame? The one who didn't catch it or the one who batted it through the window?
The one who batted it through the window.
Can I have an advance on next week's allowance?
No.
Oh!
Oh, won't you come in, Mrs. Irwin? Hello, Nancy. I wonder if you have a little extra lettuce you could loan a neighbor. Why, certainly. I'm sorry to bother you. No bother at all. Thank you, Nancy. Hello, June. It was awfully nice of you to ask us for dinner tonight. Where did you get that dress? Why, it's the dress shop. You were there with me this afternoon. Well, I should have known you'd do a thing like that. The minute my back was turned, you bought it.
But you said you didn't want it.
But you must have known I'd changed my mind.
Not again.
I've never been so disappointed in anyone in my life. You're supposed to be a friend of mine. The idea.
Here.
Thank you, Larry.
You take that right back to Mrs. Johnson. She thinks she can buy my friendship with an old tired head of lettuce.
But, Mrs. Evans, you just told me...
Willie, will you please do as I ask?
Yes. I'm all confused. I guess I better take it back to her.
I never want to talk to her again as long as I live.
Now what?
Believe me, Stu, I didn't know she really wanted it.
I believe you, but what are you talking about?
This dress. I don't believe Adele was really interested until I bought it.
Now, don't tell me that you had a disagreement with Adele.
She's positively unreasonable.
Oh, now look, June, this doesn't sound too serious to me.
It isn't just the dress, dear. It's the principle of the thing.
Oh, speaking of the principal, don't you realize that you're talking to the principal who's been given recognition for his good neighbor policy between two countries? Surely I can straighten out a little matter like this.
Stu.
I'll be right back. Where are you going, Willie?
I got to go to the grocery store and get a head of lettuce.
Never mind. I'll borrow some from the Johnson.
Mr. Irvin, I just, something tell me Mr. Irvin don't know how good those neighbors are. Something also tell me we ain't gonna have no lettuce in our salad.
Hello, Adele.
Hello, Stu.
I wonder if you have a little lettuce to spare. We just ran out.
I'll get it.
I'm looking forward to you folks coming to dinner, Adele.
We're not coming. There.
Thank you. Oh, now, Adele, you and June have been friends for years, and I see no reason why this wonderful friendship shouldn't continue.
Buenos dias, senor.
Oh, hello, Harry.
Say, you and Jose certainly hit it off.
Yes, I'm quite happy about that. He's a very important man to me. Look, Harry, Adele and June have had a little misunderstanding.
Oh, I know.
Oh?
I'll straighten it all out, and before dinner, too. Aren't women silly?
Yes.
Can you imagine getting mad at each other over something so unimportant?
No, I can't, Harry. I guess the male sex has a better sense of values. Emotionally, we're better balanced.
Of course, that's it. What difference does it make who gets the blue taffeted dress?
Those are my sentiments exactly.
After all, a dress is just a dress.
Sure.
Besides, June should have known that Adele wanted it.
How should she have known? Adele couldn't make up her mind.
June didn't give her a chance.
Now, wait a minute, Harry. That's not the way I heard it.
Are you implying that Adele is a liar?
I'm not implying anything. One of our wives must be wrong, and I believe what June tells me.
Why?
Because I know June.
And I know Adele.
Well, then you must realize her shortcomings. You know Adele is unreasonable.
That's all I want to hear out of you, Stu Irwin.
Oh, now look, Adele, I only came over here to be friends with you.
Well, I've got 2 more friends now than I want. June knew I wanted that dress. That's why she bought it. And I think it was a sneaky thing to do.
Don't you call my wife a sneak.
She didn't call her a sneak. She said it was a sneaky thing to do.
I don't see any difference.
Stu Irwin, you'd even stoop to word twisting. I've had enough of you.
I'm glad to hear that.
I thought I heard Mr. Irwin's voice in here, Dad.
Well, if you did, you heard it for the last time. Him and his good neighbor policy. Ha!
Oh, thanks, Mr. Irvin.
Take that lettuce back to the Johnsons and thank them for the loan of it.
But, Mr. Irvin...
Please, Willie, I'm in no mood to argue.
Yes, sir. We're going to have this lettuce worn out before we can eat it.
And then the next thing I knew, Adele got very angry with me. Stu, you were right.
Of course I'm right. About what?
Oh, I'm afraid I was acting pretty silly. I'll go over and apologize to Adele and give her the dress.
You'll do nothing of the kind.
But just a few minutes ago, you said...
I don't care what I said.
But, Dad, if Mother apologizes to Adele, then they can be friends again.
I don't want your mother to be friends with that woman. I don't want to be friends with Harry.
Well, you're certainly singing a different tune. What happened?
We got into a little argument about a taffeta blue dress.
Now, isn't that silly? Adult people arguing over an insignificant dress.
Oh, it wasn't insignificant. And what Adele said about you wasn't insignificant either.
I'm sure Adele wouldn't say anything derogatory about me. To you, that is.
Well, she did. She said you did a sneaky thing.
I knew I shouldn't have forgiven her.
Yeah.
Say, Pop, what became of your good neighbor policy?
Huh? Oh, well, I'm still in favor of it, but not with the Johnsons.
Maybe if Mr. Ronaldo finds out that you're not getting along with your own neighbors, he'll change his mind about your idea.
Stop worrying, June. It won't make the slightest difference. But it would be embarrassing if he found out.
Then we'll see that he doesn't.
You mean we'll have to live a lie?
Oh, not exactly, Jackie. We simply won't discuss it. Mr. Ronaldo should be here any minute.
We've been such good friends, Nancy. Why don't you talk to your mother and father? They're being very unreasonable.
Unreasonable? Just how do you expect them to be after your father's rudeness?
My father was never rude to anyone in his life.
You wouldn't say that if you'd been here to witness the scene my dad said he made. And as for your mother...
Don't you dare say anything about my mother.
I'll be happy not to say anything about or to any of the Irwins for the rest of my life. And I'll get the bathing suit I borrowed last summer. I don't want you to go around saying I don't return things.
Oh, don't bother!
We'll return to the Irwins in just a moment.
Ah, Señor Ronaldo. Buenas noches.
Buenas noches, señor Erwin. Estoy temprano. Estoy temprano. I said, am I early?
Oh, no, not at all. We've been waiting. My family's very anxious to meet you.
I, too, am anxious to meet him. That's why I came early.
Now, let me take your hat. I'm afraid my Spanish is not so good.
On the contrary, it is excellent. I understand everything you say.
You're a diplomat. June, may I present Senor Jose Ronaldo, Mrs. Irwin.
I'm very happy to know you, Senor Ronaldo.
My dear lady, I assure you the pleasure is mine.
Oh. And my daughter, Jackie.
What a charming young lady.
And this is my other daughter, Joy.
How do you do?
Yes.
You should be very proud of your husband, Mrs. Irwin. He understands the meaning of the words good neighbor.
I'm sure he does.
I'm looking forward to meeting Senor Johnson again. And his charming wife you spoke about.
Oh, well, they couldn't make it. Something very important came up. Shall we sit down?
Dinner is served.
Oh, yes.
Senora?
Senora?
Senorita, Dad.
Oh, yes.
I had some very important business. I'm happy to know you, Senor Ronaldo.
I'm delighted to know you, Senorita. As I was saying, I am very impressed. With you, Senor Erwin, one can see it's not merely a pose. This good neighbor policy, a matter of diplomacy. It is here, in the heart. One need only see you with your neighbor here at home to be convinced of your sincerity. Good evening, Senor Johnson.
Good evening, senor.
Hello, Harry. I see you've changed your plans.
What plans?
Well, my good neighbor, what's this? A present?
Adele borrowed it from June.
Well, there's no hurry in returning it. You know anything in this house is yours.
In that case, I'll take the chair you borrowed from me 2 months ago.
I was just going to return it.
Where is it?
It's in the den. I'll get it.
Never mind. I wouldn't bother you.
Now, there's a neighbor. Nothing is too much trouble.
We borrow things from each other all the time.
I have neighbors like that in Buenos Aires.
Be careful, Harry. Did you hurt yourself, I hope?
Good night, senor.
Good night, Senor Johnson.
Now, just a minute. You gave me that for my birthday.
Yeah?
Happy birthday. Oh. Good night, my good neighbor.
Good night. Oh, those wonderful Johnsons. And that Harry, he'll take care of everything. Yes. Oh, Willie, lock the back door.
I did, Senor. Mr. Irvin.
Good. I'll get it. No, I'd better. You never know who's showing up around here these days. Will you excuse me, please?
Of course.
Yes. Oh, hello.
Here, take it.
Oh, now, look, Adele. Wait a minute.
I'm not waiting a second, Stu Irwin. I wouldn't have a thing in my house that belongs to you.
Now, there's no need to get temperamental.
Temperamental? After you insisted that Harry take back the chair you borrowed.
I didn't say a word about the chair. I'll see you later, Adele.
No, you won't. Not if I can help it.
Oh, now, look now, Adele. Look, Adele. Please, what are you looking for?
Oh, get away with that thing.
Adele, please, be quiet. Don't go in there.
Where'd you put it?
Oh, hello, Adele.
Adele, Mr. Ronaldo, this is our very good friend, Mrs. Johnson.
I'm charmed, Senora.
Pleased to meet you. Where'd you put my hot water bottle?
Your hot water bottle? Oh, I'll get it for you, dear. Come on.
Glad you dropped in, Adele. Great girl, Adele.
You won't be needing this right now, will you, Dad?
No, Jackie, I'm not ironing tonight. I hope you're not disturbed by our informality, Mr. Ronaldo.
On the contrary, I find it very refreshing.
You do?
I must admit your ways are a little difficult to understand. For a moment, I didn't think Mrs. Johnson felt very friendly towards you.
Well, she's an odd girl, but she has a heart of gold.
As you so brilliantly express it in your thesis. Neighborly understanding is not only an exchange of things, but of thoughts.
Yes, it is.
I remember something else you wrote, and I quote, even the most tranquil of people will have arguments, disagreements. And in the majority of cases, when differences are forgotten, it will be because of some simple thing.
Yes, I did write that, didn't I?
And I quote my pop when I say that differences are forgotten because of some simple thing. Here, Mrs. Johnson, this sure is simple enough.
Thank you, Jackie.
You take it from here, Mrs. Johnson. So long.
Wasn't that the sweetest thing you ever heard?
Touched the very roots of my heart.
Aren't the Irwins wonderful people?
There, dear.
What kind of a man are you? How could you do a thing like that to them?
What?
Returning furniture, taking furniture back, making a scene in front of Senor Ronaldo.
Now, just a minute. You put on a pretty good show yourself.
I was never so miserable in my life.
That was a delicious dinner, Mrs. Irwin.
I'm so glad you enjoyed it.
Jackie, will you please sit down? You've been running around all evening.
I've got to answer the doorbell.
Huh?
I didn't hear it ring.
It will, any minute now.
She's quite a bright child.
Yes.
Thank you.
I have a few more details to talk over with you.
Oh.
Hello, Jackie.
They're in the living room.
Oh, thank you, dear.
Now what?
Hello, June.
Hello, Adele.
Senor, I guess you think we're very strange people running in and out like this all evening.
Not at all, Senor Johnson.
June,
I'll take over, dear. Adele just realized that she did you a grave injustice, June.
Now, just a minute, Harry.
And I haven't acted very nice myself. I'm afraid we led Senor Ronaldo to believe that we aren't very good friends. We thought that all this bickering might give the Senor the wrong opinion of you, but you can't hold it against the Irwins.
I assure you I don't, Senor Johnson. I have neighbors at home, too, I understand. And I'm making plans for the Irwins to meet them. A sort of a vacation for Senor Irwin's untiring efforts.
Oh, you're going to South America?
Just for a week. We're flying down tomorrow.
Isn't that wonderful?
I'm so glad I majored in Spanish.
I'm going to bring back a siesta.
June, if I have anything you can use, I think you better take back the blue taffeta dress.
Take it back?
But it was awfully sweet of you to send Jackie over with it.
It's like you said, Pop. The simple things will do it.
I guess I'd better read my own thesis.
I'll read it to you, dear.